That is.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
I have not seen the
Yeah.
Oh, dog shit.
Thanks for joining us. So a couple of things before we start. Just to let you know, this performance, like all of our performances, is a relaxed performance. That just means we've got like a relaxed attitude to any sound or movement from audience members, just for the benefit of anyone who might not be able to sit still or silent for kind of whole periods. The lights should stay like this. We're having a bit of an issue with them, so there will be lights like on set all the time. There'll be no loud bangs or anything, but there will be kind of background music coming through at certain points. If at any point you do want to leave, feel free just to head out, come back in whenever you want, give me a shout if you need anything. But that's it, I'll pass over to Reese.
Hello, my name is Reese Lord, and I am the Games Master for this hour and for the following 3 hours. For those of you who don't know, this is a tabletop role-playing game. The way this works is these wonderful individuals around me, who are currently some of them in costume, play their own unique individual characters with their own special abilities that they can apply to certain situations. My job as the Games Master is to control the rest of the world. So I will play their allies, the enemies they face, the islands they come across, and sometimes even the weather systems. To catch you up on what's happened so far, these wonderful people are crew members upon a scientific research vessel known as the Spirit of the Horizon, who was sent on a mission to investigate an island that seemingly appeared overnight, during the course of which they awakened an old god, and in a last-ditch attempt to escape, the captain read a tablet, sacrificing her own life, but transported them into their own new, unique world, with different species, and things are slightly different here. There are different social structures they have to understand and navigate. But their main mission is to get home. They don't know how they left their world. I'm going to give our players a brief opportunity to introduce themselves, starting with my far right.
Hello, my name is Oz, and I'm playing Galenos, the Arfork fighter, and tactical trainer of the Spirit of the Horizon.
Hello, I'm Vachel. I'm playing as Paraklas Kholadin, who is a very misunderstood individual. He's a tiefling barbarian, and currently he works on the ship, but he doesn't know what as.
It's because he was the helmsman and then he went and beat up Marines for some reason while I was supposed to be steering. My name's Naomi. I'm playing Brina Froddle. She is a gnome wizard. She is the head of the Arcane Research Department on the Spirit of the Horizon, and head of all the research at this point, really. She is slightly panicky because she's a gnome and she's small and she can be squished. But she's starting to ease into her military leadership role a bit more with her experience from her research leadership role.
Excellent.
I am Kat. I am playing Scarlet, who is a paladin tiefling, who is a follower of Loki and is the chaplain on the Spirit of the Horizon.
Excellent. So, we pick up our brave individuals are currently locked in combat with these ghoulish creatures that have, as they're investigating a manor house of an individual they're currently looking for who has seemingly disappeared off the face of existence, have been set upon by these horrible, grotesque, ghoul-like creatures who once upon a time were people. They all still wear the clothing of their job around this manor house. And we pick up, just very quickly, can I get your dexterity score?
8.
Oh, okay, you pick up exactly where Drax was, so this is fantastic.
Slow paladins. Stop.
Okay, so, because unfortunately I missed it round first time, I'm going to do that now, retroactively. As our individuals are standing in this manor house, they get the same familiar fizz on their tongue. The hairs on the back of their neck stand on end as there's a golden flash. Drax, the dragonborn paladin, disappears, and in his place is a tiefling, also wearing heavy armor, and is clearly another paladin. You would know this individual from around the ship. They are the chaplain. what you see in front of you are these ghoul-like creatures with pale skin pulled tight across their muscles and bones, long gaping mouths with tongues and sharp teeth that are broken.
Would we
You
know
are clearly-
their name? Sorry.
Pardon?
We would know your name?
That you would know. What's
Scarlet.
Scarlet. Let me
Two
just.
T's.
Scarlet with 2 T's.
Couldn't stop spelling it.
It's fine.
As soon as you appear, I'm probably just like, another one. Maybe you can do a better job.
And I'm just going to tap you on the probably the knee, just to let you know I'm like right behind you and not to step on me.
Right, I will not step back and stand on you.
Thank you.
Okay, so you look around and you see this tall Arabian woman, pale skin, flowing locks, golden eyes that seem to glow, and a small Vosu, a fox-like individual with pointy ears, a small snout, and they charge forward to get either side of this half-orc individual who's currently locked in combat with these creatures. They are going to make their attacks. So Dea, the Arabian individual, who you don't know the name of yet, comes in with 2 daggers and hits both times, once with a critical success, dealing really great damage, actually, to one of the ones that you were locked in combat with. She comes in, dagger to either of its side, and then in comes Trip, attacking the same one, both times, once again, with a rapier. That's a hit. That's a miss. She comes in and goes for a jab to the ribs with the rapier and pulls out. The creature yells out in pain as it falls.
Yeah.
Back
Good to have you by my side, both of you.
back to the top of the round. Brina, you're up.
The most dexterous one. Right, okay, I'm going to go for the one. Is the one that's scorched still coming at me?
Yes, it is.
I'm going to hurl off another motor fire at it. Same as before, really martial,
Okay.
theoretically. Yes, that will hit. That is 16 plus 8. 9 now. 25.
25. So,
I've been using the wrong spell attack modifier, but that's okay. I'll fix it
this one's
now.
actually currently locked in combat with you, so you're actually at disadvantage on the attack roll.
8 plus 9 is 17.
That will still hit. Describe the spell for me and then roll damage.
Well, since it's in melee attack with me, this is going to be way less cool than it was before. I'm just like, oh god, ah! And I'm going to hurl the motes at it for 12 damage.
12 damage. The creature in front of you, its claws ignite and it yells out in an awful pain, its tongue lashing from side to side as it turns to ash in front of you. Okay, so
Just, oh thank god.
Galenus, you're up. You've currently got Trip and Dea at either side. You've got 3 of these individuals left standing in front of you. What do you do?
One each. And I go for the middle one.
Okay, make your attack roll and describe the attack for me.
With the spear, first time, I just bring it back and thrust it as close to the head as I can.
Mhm.
I get 15 with that.
That'll hit.
Dealing 8 damage.
Fantastic.
And then I actually take a step back,
Mhm.
letting it come for me, and as I'm assuming, it enjoys the taste of delicious living flesh.
Mhm.
I just let it come forward, so I have more reach to just stab it straight through the chest.
Excellent. Make your second attack roll.
14,
That will hit. Roll damage.
and another 8 damage.
Oh, fantastic. So, with precision-like accuracy, the first attack goes deep into this creature's neck as it gargles, blood spurting out of its mouth. You take a step back and it lunges towards you, but as it does, you're there ready. The blade of the spear enters the mouth and comes out through the back of the head. The blood runs down your blade and spear and it falls limp.
I kick it off the spear,
Excellent. It falls to the ground, prone.
and I'm just like, can you two do better?
Okay. Holla. You are outside, currently engaged in combat with 3 of these creatures.
Am I still in range?
You are still in rage.
Right, cool. The one that I attacked before,
Yes.
the arm came off?
The arm did pretty much come clean off, yes.
Cool. I like to go for the other one. How, the other ghoul, then still
There.
20?
So you have this creature that's holding onto a tree in front of you, lashing out of you with its one good arm and tongue, and you've got 2 individuals that are trying to claw away at your back.
Oh, still in the right.
Yeah.
Fine. Can I, it might have to get a critical success, but I'd like to go for like a 180-degree slash behind me just to clear space.
Okay. Make both your attack rolls for me.
Okay. That's 13.
That'll hit.
That's 12. That is a 24.
All right. Both of these attacks hit. Roll damage for me.
That's a 4.
Okay.
And that's 9.
Excellent. So, with both axes in hand, you begin to do a full Legend of Zelda spin attack. Make a quick strength check for me.
That's a non-natural 20.
Yep, you have advantage.
Yeah, no, non-natural 20.
Okay, so the first attack, you cut this creature clean in half, severing what is left of this muscle and bone structure, as this creature has been ravaged by this undead disease that controls its body. It falls to the ground limp, and you bring the blade around. The other creatures, in expecting the attack, just about duck out of the way, giving you space to move.
Then I would like to dash out of the way 20 feet in a direction which keeps one in front of the other. One in front of the other.
Okay, cool. So, one would get an attack of opportunity against you. That's a 15 to hit.
That doesn't hit.
That doesn't hit. It reaches out with its claws in a desperate attempt to attack you. It misses. You make your way towards the door, making sure that you keep them in a line.
Yeah.
Okay, so
At this point, can I see what's going on inside the house?
you can see these creatures crawling along the floor and walls, attacking your comrades. Where you once saw the Dragonborn, he has been replaced by a tiefling.
Okay. Do I recognize the tiefling?
You would, yes. It's another crew member, the chaplain.
Would you ever go to the chaplain? Are you that kind of person?
No.
No.
I am my own chaplain.
Of course he does. It's now the ghouls' turns. The one that was in combat with you is gone. You have 2 in combat with you, and there's one on Dale, one on Trip, and one on you, and then there are 2 outside that are going to chase you down. So I'm going to do the 2 attacks on you first. So these creatures, they come in with their claws that are once upon a time with fingers, but the bone has pushed out through the ends of their fingertips, and you can see where it caused a lot of physical trauma, but the bone has sharpened off. The first attack is 21 to hit. That will hit. And the second attack is a 12 to hit. So, the first attack comes in, it finds purchase beneath your armor, ripping along the underside of your bicep. You take, oh no, 10 slashing damage. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
9.
The creature comes in with its claws and scrapes along the inside. The other one doesn't find purchase beneath your armor, but you feel as the claws rake along a poison into your system. Your muscles tense. You are paralyzed. The one on you rolls a 21 to hit.
Oh yeah.
You take 9 slashing damage as it finds purchase beneath your armor. Actually, wait, you killed one of them, so it's actually that I need a Constitution saving throw from you.
I got 25.
You pass. You once again feel a very similar poison take into your system, but you're used to it at this point. You just force it off, and then one of them's going to make attack towards Trip. rolls a 14, so Trip just carefully sidesteps it. This almost sword dancer just parries the claws out of the way and takes a side step as it just swipes at air.
Do I see that Scarlet has been paralyzed?
Make a perception check, because you currently have your back to her.
16.
You do see that this paladin in the grips of battle is eeringly still. Scarlet, you are paralyzed. You can repeat the saving throw to see if you can fight off the poison.
Yeah. Give that another go. No.
Nope. You remain there held. Two of these creatures beginning to bear down on you. Back to the top of the round.
So I would like to think that, I mean, while he's not, he doesn't have divine power, he is quite a religious person, and he's probably come to the chaplain a few times.
Yeah.
So, like, he sees this situation, and he's like, oh, Scarlet, hold it in there.
Okay. You do hear this. You can't react to it. Okay, so Trip and Dea are going to make their attacks. With a critical success again from Dea, and a miss. And Trip gets both of her attacks off. Sorry, just rolling very quick damage. Once again, another one of these creatures, they tag team up. These individuals who are partners in life are also partners in battle.
That is fantastic.
Taking one of the creature's head clean off as Dea digs her daggers into each shoulder blade, holding the creature in place for Trip to just with the rapier. The head flies clean across the room. Okay, so, Brina. There are two currently locked in combat with the paladin in front of you, and the paladin is held in place. What would Brina do?
Okay, she's going to move back a little bit so she gets rid of that disadvantage. And sculpting her spell around Scarlet, she's going to go with what works and hurl a firebolt at them, at the one on the right.
Yeah, of course.
So I'll move off like to the right and then...
Okay, make your spell attack roll for me.
That is 27.
27, believe it or not, will hit.
I am shocked and appalled. Okay,
These shambling creatures that aren't really cared about their own defense.
yeah. That is 9 plus 7 is 16 fire damage.
60. Nice. Alright.
This has gotten to be a really good cantrip since level 5.
Yeah. Alright, so you once again reach out, the red arcane energy sparking from your fingertips as you can see in front of you this small gnome step to the side and take a step back, reaching out, igniting one of these creatures in flames.
Sculpted around you, don't worry. She says that out loud.
There are no more in combat with you.
Okay, so I'm gonna look at the one as it's falling to the floor, turn around, and seeing the two trying to claw at Scarlet, I'm gonna charge directly, like between them, trying to bash one with the shield and stab the other one.
Okay, make your 2 attack rolls for me.
One on my left, I get 21 to hit.
That will hit.
8 damage.
Excellent.
The one on the right, I get 21 to hit.
That will hit.
Another 8 damage.
I'm going to sculpt my fire around him as well, retroactively.
Okay. So, you charge in, shield and spear in hand. The relationship you have with religion and your own personal god potentially guiding you in that moment. You come in with the shield. Normally it's a defensive item for you, but tactically it can be both. And you take the one that was currently engulfed in flame and just with the blunt end of your shield crack the neck. It falls limp. The other one takes 9 damage. It's good to know. Alright, so...
Come on, in the name of Heracles, take me on!
Alright, so... Holla, you've made your way to the doorway. These two individuals are bounding up on you. What do you do?
Can I see the one who paralyzed the other tiefling?
Yes, you can.
Can I dash to that one?
Yes, you won't have to dash. You can just run up and be able to make your attacks. You're within range.
So, I just realised I haven't been adding range damage to it.
That's fine.
Let's go frenzied.
Absolutely. You reach deep inside it, get yourself again. As you described your rage earlier, the stone that becomes your muscle becomes searing hot.
Yes.
You feel even stronger than before as the red in your eyes becomes even more intense. Make your attack rolls.
Just in character, just because Colin's pretty sure that not paralyzed but actually dead. Hence the frenzy. So rushes off and kills off, and not shouts, screams.
Yeah.
Screams, showing perhaps the most sincere and vulnerable moments he's ever had, saying, "No, not another one." And then there's much screaming. It's a few stunts. He goes for frenzy.
Yep.
19.
That'll hit.
24. So yeah.
And your roll damage for me.
Shit, like 14.
With one clean and foul swipe, where were you aiming on this creature?
The neck.
The neck. You and silence from this creature as you've cut through its trachea into and just meet the spine. It's held there dead. The blood begins to pour down its front as you see it spoil its nice once service robes. Okay. Anything else you're going to do?
Yeah. Can I just hit it again? Just hack it to pieces.
Absolutely. With it stuck on your axe, you bring the axe down and the head comes clean off and rolls across the floor.
Oh, can I run up to the head?
Sure.
Just will halve it again.
Make an attack roll. With advantage.
Is this like they were killing my crew? Rah.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Okay, so 18.
That'll hit. You don't need to roll damage. This thing has become
Right.
soft and squishy in its dead state. You just clean half this creature, exposing the grey matter and tongue and nasal cavities.
I would like to then stomp the grey matter and then cavities.
You look over and you see this tiefling barbarian just making a jammy paste on the floor.
That's me. Yeah,
Yep.
I'm happy.
2 more ghouls make their way in through the door and head towards you, Brina.
I feel my way.
Okay.
Okay? The first attack with its claw is a 20 to hit.
Yeah, it hits. I can't do anything about that. My shield won't help.
Okay. You take 8 slashing damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
18.
18. You fight off this poison that seeps into your body, but you feel the sharp pain go through your shoulder as this creature and down your back.
Oh, okay.
That's another 20 to hit.
No point in even casting shield, so.
You take a further 6 slashing damage, and I need another Constitution saving throw from you.
That's fine. That's 16.
You feel the poison enter your body, streaming through your bloodstream, but Brina fights off the urge to freeze.
Not today, Satan. Not today.
Scarlet, you can repeat the saving throw.
Different dice this time. So,
Yeah.
14.
14. In this moment, seeing your comrades come to your aid, you're inspired and just fight off the poison. There are 2 currently locked in combat with Brina.
Superior healing potion, just so you're aware.
Okay. Is there anything you'd like to do?
I will probably go with the turn undead.
Turn undead. Okay. So wisdom saving throw, correct? I believe so. If it's Da-da-da. What's your spell DC?
It should be on the top of your spell sheet. 16.
Rolls of 15.
Good.
Sorry, mate.
Stuff it.
And the other one rolls a 4. Both of these creatures look at you as the poison is removed from your body and system. You look over. Describe how you cast this spell.
So I have a symbol of Loki, so it's green and black flame symbol. tell them to be gone in the name of the trickster god.
Okay, so you reach out and this black and green symbol ignites in these little green flames. The creatures look upon it and fear runs down their face. Their tongues... What? I'm sorry, mate.
I'm just glad we've got a paladin who's good at his job.
The tongues slither back into their mouths as they begin to back away. You would both get an attack of opportunity.
Oh, we both do.
Mm.
Do you want to go first?
The scarecrow.
Yeah, go for it.
Look over his shoulder.
Oh,
Nice.
Leo's actually leaving.
We love you.
Yeah, I'll go in with the great sword to
Cool.
the one on the left.
Okay, cool. Roll your attack.
14.
Great sword. Yeah, 22.
Great sword. Roll your damage because that's a definite hit.
10.
10, nice. You come down with the great sword and make an incredible gash across the front of this creature's chest. It's still backing away in fear. You can only attack with your quarterstaff.
I can only attack. Is it because it's only melee?
It's only melee and attacks of opportunity. Unfortunately, you haven't got the ability to cast spells as a reaction.
Vampiric touch is technically a melee attack.
I'll allow it.
Thank you. Right, okay. Let's go. Maybe I can heal myself slightly. Alright, it's make a melee spell attack, so I still get to use my spell modifier.
Yes, you do.
Good, because my strength is shit. Alright. That is 25.
You know what, Brina? That hits.
I thought it might. 3d6 necrotic, and I take half of that back, please. Right, that's 3, 8, 14.
14 damage.
Yeah.
You reach out and grab this creature by the neck. The tongue lashing out against your forearm. And then it stops. It falls limp in your tiny gnome hands.
And I drop it as
Yeah.
much as I can drop something that's 2 foot taller than me.
Okay, that's one creature down. The other is scurrying towards the door as we go back to Captain Tripp and Dea. Dea is going to throw her daggers at it and hits both times. Dea, dagger in either hand. One goes through the wrist, pinning it against the door. It begins to try and lash out and make itself free, but as it does, it glances over at the thing that threw this dagger at it. And the second dagger hits the cheek and pins it against the door, holding it there as black blood smears down the door. All these creatures are dealt with, seemingly. We end combat there.
Nice timing, distracting you. Those ones there. Thank you.
You're welcome. What were those things?
Well, I'm guessing that they weren't the living.
It looks like once upon a time they were. Looks like they may have worked for Lokash.
Once I've done stomping the grey matter into paste, I look around and I see the tiefling who's alive. This is weird. And I flabbergast it, and then after I've gathered myself, you're alive? Are you immortal as well?
No.
She was just paralyzed.
Oh. Well, that's embarrassing.
You look over at this other tiefling barbarian, thick with muscle, standing around 6.5 foot tall, but 7 foot with his horns. Looking a little bit sheepish, perhaps.
I leave the house.
You go outside for a moment into the rain.
Hello, where are you going?
I'm going for a walk. I'm just gonna stand outside for a little bit, and I
Don't-
holster my axes, and I just stare at the moon, saying nothing. I just stare at the moon. I just clench my teeth, and it's all fine.
Okay, don't go anywhere, Holla. Right, I would like. Right, I'm going to.
Okay, so just a quick description of the room you're in and
Yeah.
where you're standing. It's this large entrance hall to a manor. In front of you, in the center of the room, is this princess staircase that stretches up to either side, and there's balconies that run along the left and right wall. You see doorways on the level you're currently on and the level above. You see very nice, lavish furniture, a lot of blacks and reds, which is customary for this island. Flashes of gold here and there as well. On the floor, around 10 foot in before the entranceway, you see a blood trail that leads up the stairs in this deep crimson colour and goes up to the left, and seemingly along the walkway you don't see where the rest goes.
Lieutenant, do you want me to follow this?
I would like us to all follow it. I don't
Yeah.
think splitting up's a good idea.
Thank you.
I would like... We've got no rogues. I would like us to try and be as stealthy as possible.
I look at my chainmail. I look at the metal-bound paladin and the metal-bound paladin.
He's a barbarian.
Oh, you're a barbarian.
I said as possible.
Well, it's either you or old glum face outside.
I don't know how you're gonna cover this, but I just thought you should all know there's a lot of wailing. That's quite audible. You don't know who it's coming from, but there's a lot of just happening.
Can I roll insight on the wailing?
Please don't.
Sure, yeah.
7.
There's wailing, and sounds a little bit like Holler, but Holler wouldn't make such a girlish noise.
Exactly.
No, he never would. Because apparently the sex is now. Right, okay, so... thank you. Right, we're gonna...
That was insensitive of me.
yes. Don't call it girlish. High-pitched is fine. Right.
High-pitched,
Yeah, thank you.
childlike.
Yeah, there you go. All right, squeaky. I like it. Right, okay, we are going to. I'm not good. I'm not dexterous either, but apparently I'm sneaking up. Actually, our Trip or Dare particularly. I'm going to ask them.
Oh, Trip's very, very stealthy.
Trip, would you mind sort of scouting out upstairs for us while we stay guard down here? And
That's maybe.
There wasn't a
that's maybe-
gasp in the audience. Who?
stop it. I don't want to do that anymore. I'm joking.
Lieutenant.
I'm gonna ignore it.
Lieutenant.
Yeah.
This was his friend's house. Maybe
Her friend's house.
her friend's house. Sorry.
It's fine. I can scout upstairs.
If you're sure.
We'll just be here.
Rolls a critical success if you want to check that.
Yep. Nope. That is sneaky. I have a lot of regret, but I'm not going to metagame.
Footfalls become silent. She quickly scurries up the stairs and along the walkway, following the blood to the wall that the entrance door is on. Her hands reach out for the handle and pushes it open and goes inside. You hear silence. Can I get a perception check from everyone?
23.
4.
17.
So 23, 4,
17.
12. Brina and Galenus. Sorry.
Okay.
You hear the faintest little and then silence.
I'm going to follow upstairs.
Okay.
Are you being sneaky or?
Nope, I'm just going to go.
Okay. I'll run upstairs as well.
Okay. So you two begin to make your way upstairs. Is anyone else following, or is it just those two?
Like you see a look come over us, and we start going upstairs.
Day is already moving as well.
Yeah.
Everyone? Holler?
Just beating my chest. Just
Outside.
Standing outside.
trying to find an open grave to bury myself in.
I would probably stick my head out the door and go, we're moving, get a move on.
You see the tiefling poke her head out the door and give you these instructions.
Yeah, sure. Yep, coming. Just, yep, coming.
Excellent. So, you rush up the stairway. Daya has made it to the door already and has made her way inside, and you hear a blood-curdling scream. As you all make your way into the doorway, you see this large, much like the other individuals you saw, pale white skin, long arms, bone-like claws protruding from the fingertips, and where there would be a chest, you see jotted out ribs that twist and gnarl, and inside you see Captain Tripp, unconscious. We're about to enter initiative order. We can get battle music, please.
If Tripp dies, I'm gonna cry.
It is at the top of the round. It is Tripp's go. Rolls very well. Oh yeah, at disadvantage. Rolls considerably worse.
Oh no. I know what's happening. Oh.
So, do we see something?
You see, as you make your way into this room, this creature that stands around 10 foot tall, long protruding arms with claws on either side, a very ghoulish face, but this one's far more skeletal. Its pulled back skin reveals bone and not a lot of muscle. This creature seemingly standing on nothing but bone and skin, and you have this chest cavity which is twisting, gnarling ribs, holding Captain Tripp in place. You evil man. Okay.
That's better.
It goes into Brina.
Alright, I'm sculpting it round Tripp. I'm casting Chromatic Orb.
Okay.
I'm casting fire damage. And I'm casting it at level... Oh, how many spell points do I have? At level 3.
Level 3.
Yeah.
Okay. Describe the spell and make your attack roll.
So, my Chromatic Orb normally is this tiny little pebble of whatever colour element I've chosen. This time, it's like a tennis ball. And I immediately just whoosh it out into my hand and push it forward. Not the panicked overarm throw I've done before. She's like super focused.
Okay.
And that is a 24.
That will hit. Roll damage for me.
So it's I'll cast 5d8. 5d8. That is 5, 9, 12, 13, 16.
Excellent.
16 fire damage.
16 fire
And
damage.
that is 5 points additional to damage at level 3.
Yep.
Yep.
So you hurl this large arcane tennis ball of red swirling energy, and it hits the creature square in the shoulder. The long bony arm wreathes in pain as it shoots down and out. But then you get a better look at it, and that damage, what you were expecting, it's not as much as you were hoping. Okay, so it then goes into Captain Dea. Dea, seeing the love of her life ensnarled in this creature, is going to come up and make 2 attacks with her cutlass. The first one misses, and the second one just hits. She's frantic, seeing the love of her life be ensnarled in this creature after only recently getting her back. Doing not as much damage as she would have hoped. Okay, Gallanus.
So, I see the look on her face, and I recognise that as a look that's been on my face before, and I don't want anybody to feel what I felt before. You can see like an anger building behind that, and I charge forward.
Yep.
And trying to avoid was it Tripp?
Yep.
I'm gonna bring the spear to bear and just try and pierce it straight through this creature.
Okay, make your attack roll.
13.
13 misses. You go in your attempt to try and avoid Tripp. You try and just find purchase between the ribs to try and maybe release her, but you're not finding any purchase.
Actually, now you say that, I've got another attack. Can I use that to specifically try and do that? To try and crack open these ribs?
Of course, make an attack roll.
20.
That will hit. Roll damage for me.
7.
7. Excellent. So, you reach out and try and find a way to crack one of these ribs, and one of them does crack. But there are more ribs on this creature than should naturally exist. It's this twisting maw, almost like a second mouth that opens up in its chest as you see Captain Trip unconscious, being snarled and thrown around. Holler.
Come on, we'll
You're
get
making your way up the stairs and along the balcony, and as you make it into the room, you see this creature with long, pale arms, skeletal in appearance, its tongue lashing out, sharp, jagged teeth. Captain Trip ensnarled in its ribs, and Dea frantically trying to free her alongside Galanus.
Having gone frenzy, can I enter a rage to counter the disadvantage?
Yes, you absolutely can.
So I go into rage again.
Go into a rage.
And I immediately run and hack and slash at the ribs to free Trips.
Okay, so make your attack rolls. That one, yeah.
17?
17 will hit.
Do you roll that damage?
Yeah, roll damage for me.
14.
14.
Uh, 20, not that 20.
That'll hit. Roll damage again for me.
12.
12. Nice. Alright, so you come in. Describe these blows to me as you try and hack and slash at the ribs to try and free Captain Trip.
It is, it's manic, it's savage, it's undisciplined, it's just hacking and peeling any animal that wants and sticking to it. It's desperate and it's
Careful, donut trick.
I just numbed everything else. I have one objective, just to break these ribs.
Okay. Excellent. So you come in and hack and slash, and bits of bone begin to fly off. It's now the creature's turn. Looking at the middle individual who has dealt a fair amount of damage towards it, it's going to reach out and attack you, Holler.
I'm gonna try and interpose with my shield, giving it disadvantage.
Ah, you have that fighting style.
Yeah.
Excellent. So this attack is at disadvantage. That's 25. So 25 to hit.
Yeah,
Okay. This is... Sorry, give me one moment. 2, 5, 10 slashing damage, and you also take... That 10 slashing damage is hard to 5, because you're raging. And you also take 1, 2, 8, 13, 14, 20, 22 necrotic damage as this creature just, with its large bone-like claws, digs into your chest, staring deep into your eyes. You feel the slashing damage doesn't have much of an effect on you in your barbarian rage, but the sheer life force that it saps out of your body, you feel, even in your rage, your muscles go a little bit weaker.
that sucks.
Yep. Sucks to be you.
Okay. So that's just full on 22 damage then.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Scarlet.
That sucks. I would like to attack with the greatsword using my speed.
Of course, make your attack roll. 16 just hits.
Regular damage is
11, excellent. What level are you doing your Divine Smite at?
so I'm doing it at
Level 3, so that would be 4d8 radiant damage. $14 radiant? Nice. So that would bring that up to there. As these you all run in, hacking and slashing away, trying to get to your friend Trip. This creature is holding on the best it can. As you get closer, you do look inside this ribcage and you see several other ribs churning away at Captain Trip, holding it in place. Okay.
How's Captain Trip looking?
Unconscious and not good.
But intact?
Intact.
Okay.
Like a walking machine.
How many spell points do I have at level 9?
Leo, this is for you. That was a success.
54. I thought I had 10 less than I did, so...
Okay. Back to the top of the round. Daya's going to make her attacks again in just desperation. Both hit. And she deals a fair amount of damage, coming out with her cutlass. You're not taking her from me. One across the legs and the other a slash across this bony creature's cheek. That's the amount of damage you've dealt to it. Okay, so Daya and then Brina.
Okay. Since I apparently have 10 more spell points than I thought I did, I am gonna go for Chromatic Orb at 5th level this time. So it's gonna be more of a dodgeball size. This time I'm gonna choose acid damage and I'm going for the ribs.
Okay.
I'm shaping it around Trip again.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Make your spell attack roll for me.
Come on. Don't make me waste these spell points.
Did you waste those spell points?
That's a critical failure.
That's one way to do it.
Brina once again reaches out and tries to create this chromatic orb in her hand. It swells and swells and dissipates. You feel the magic energy you spent go to waste.
Yep. How many spell points have come on?
With Trip churning in this rib cage, the love of her life fighting through sweat and tears and blood. We're going to leave it off there for this hour. I'm going to hand back over to our SM cat.
I refuse to clap because of you.
Just getting really into that. I was like, forgot time and everything. Thank you so much for joining us. If you do want to stick around for the next couple of hours, we've 2 hours left tonight. Feel free to run back down, get some tickets and pop back up. Likewise, if you want to come back another time, as I say, we're doing 250 hours altogether, so we're not even halfway through yet. We're on every day from 10 till 3 and then 5 till 10, except the 24th and 25th. You can tune in on twitch.tv/Adventurers Wanted, and we're live tweeting throughout as well at Adventurers250. Usually Instagram, Facebook, everything. So just follow away, spread the word. If you want to play as well, you totally can. You can book down at the box office or on the sweet website. So come along and play and jump on the journey. I will pass you over to these guys, who yourself as well, if you do, if you've got any show that you want to give a quick plug to.
Okay.
Oh.
So much easier now. Hi, my name is Oz Mills, and I run a role-playing stream online called Roll Out. Now, it's found at twitch.tv/OzMills. Alternatively, I'm on Twitter at twitter.com/OzMills, and on YouTube at youtube.com/OzMills. And what we aim to do is to try and increase the visibility of women and minorities in the role-playing space, because there's a lot of white men there. Yeah, that's the aim of what we're doing.
And on the same tone, I'm doing a show called Open Heart Surgery, which is about a conservative therapist dealing with a first gay couple. And it's a show about what it means to love someone and why we sometimes stay in relationships that aren't necessarily healthy for us or good for us, and how tricky relationships and by extension love can be. It's at 6:15 today and tomorrow. Tomorrow's the last show. So not today, tomorrow. Tomorrow is the last show at Holyrood number 2, right across the corridor at 6:15.
I would like to really quickly plug, because Chloe's been plugging shows from her friends, so I'm going to do it too, because I can. I would love to plug my friend Dan Atfield's show, Google Drive. It's at the Underbelly Med Quad at 12:20 every day. He uses Google predicted suggestions to write a musical comedy. I can guarantee you it's very good.
Nope, I've got nothing to plug right now.
Great.
Fair enough. Thank you so much for coming along. As I say, please do feel free to come back at any point to join in. We do have a Twitch fundraise, as I'm sure you're aware. So thank you very much, and
We'll leave tomorrow.
Oh.
2 more hours tonight.
Can we have a round of applause for everyone at the table, please, especially at the end?
Yeah.
Thank you.